Good.
How'd the day go?
Day went good. Yeah, it was nice to get to some reps finally with those guys, and just start to feel the timing, get into the huddle, start communicating. I do it every single week in the back with Z-Rob, but it's a little bit different getting in there, actually calling the play and getting up to the line of scrimmage. So it was good.
You said after the game Sunday that one of the things you wanted to really focus on this week was slowing down your progression a little bit, getting
Yep.
your feet set with the timing, your drop, and all of that. What specifically does that look like when you're working on it through the week?
Yeah, I think it's just knowing the timing of the play. Obviously there's a timing and there's a rhythm aspect to our position at quarterback where it's different for any other position. You're trying to go 100% speed as fast as you possibly can most of the time if you're playing receiver, O-line, whatever, right? For us, it's like, okay, this could be a quick 3 drop back. This could be kind of a tempoed 5-step drop back. So there's some different intricacies as far as like footwork and timing. And it could depend on the look you're getting on defense, too. If it's zone coverage, maybe you slow your feet down, whereas if it's man, you might have to get it out a little bit quicker. So it's just getting those reps again with those guys and, feeling how they see certain things. And I'll definitely be better for it this week.
Does anything change for you if you are the starter, on Sunday, in terms of, I don't know, the way you conduct yourself? Are you louder? Are you quieter? Or with teammates? Or are you exactly the same as you are?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think, I just try to take the same approach, as I've done every game that I've started. And I was fortunate to start a lot of games in high school, start 4 years in college. And, I've only done it, this will be, if it is my 4th in the NFL, then just try to take the same approach that I have. And I think that, the guys feed off of that.
Is there anyone you've been leaning on this week as you went from the game on Sunday to now?
Yeah, Matthew and I communicate all the time, and he's been such a tremendous leader for me to learn from, and a guy that I think doesn't get as much credit as he should, for how good of a player he is, and how good of a leader he is, and how good of a guy he is. So it's been wonderful to work with him. Great to have Dresser back as well. So I'll be leaning on those guys.
In the previous 3 starts, Brett, in the NFL with Denver, what do you take out of those that you can apply Sunday if you're the guy?
Yeah, I think you take something different from each one, right? Like every single one of those games was completely different. My first start was during the COVID year in New York, and there was no fans. So that was an interesting experience, and got the win there, and then played the Jets again last year and then the Cardinals. So, every game's different. So I think you just, you take each snap as it is. And the one thing I have learned is there's no let off in this league at any point. Like, you got to play however many snaps there are. If there's 50 snaps, 70 snaps, you got to play them all to the best of your ability and be locked in on each one because they're all so important.
When you're working with all these receivers, trying to learn their tendencies and learn how they see certain plays and stuff like that, you're out in the middle of practice field. That's a lot of information to process. How do you keep all that straight in your head?
Yeah, I think it's just, the conversations. Coop's in our room a lot, so number one, it's a great sounding board to have, and I've known him, for 7 years now, going back to Eastern Washington. So it's nice to have a relationship there, especially with a guy that's, again, a tremendous leader and a big voice in the locker room and a big voice in the receiver room as well. So I can just kind of communicate with him, communicate with all the guys that are out there with anything that they may see a certain way. And there's really not the whole lot that comes up. It just maybe one certain thing on a route or stuff like that.
You're such a fan of football in general, and
Yeah.
is there any significance to you, just historically speaking, that your first potential start with the Rams might be in Lambeau Field?
Yeah, I think that's something obviously that's really cool. I didn't really think about it like that until now, but obviously Lambeau is a special place, and been a lot of cool moments that have happened there. I've watched Aaron Rodgers growing up for years, and saw a lot of good football there. So it's a special place. I've been fortunate to be there once on the sideline, didn't play, but I'm excited for it.
Know when you might find out if you are the one who's going to start on Sunday?
I have no idea. No, yeah, we'll kind of see how the week progresses and see how Matthew's feeling.
Sean said he
might take it all the way up to Sunday warm-ups. Would that matter to you at all?
No, yeah, no. I mean, I think that whenever they tell me, I'm going to prepare like I'm the starter either way this week. I think that's what you do all the time. But especially when a guy's dealing with an injury and he's not practicing, it definitely heightens that level of awareness, and you're getting ready to go.
Brett, you're so much about what your job has been for the last couple of years has been about managing flux, essentially.
Yeah.
First, when your time in Denver, and then now you come in and they've drafted a guy they want to be the backup, and you're competing in camp, and now you're in this situation.
Yeah.
How do you handle flux, and what is that like?
Yeah, I think that, in my 5 years in the NFL, I've kind of been through every type of situation that you can possibly go through during training camp. I've been the third string active. I've been a backup. I've had moments where I've played, obviously, had 3 starts. So, I think the one consistent that I've taken from it all is you just have to try to find a way to get better each week and just continue to focus on the task at hand. And that's, your job as a football player, and trying to learn and get better. And a lot of the times as a backup, you don't get to see the rewards of that. You don't get to reap the rewards of that when you're not seeing a tangible result on Sundays. But, you get the respect from teammates and stuff like that by the way that you prepare every single day. You come in and be the same guy, and you practice hard, and that's what I've tried to do.
Couple more, Jess.
Even in the preseason, Stetson seemed like you got the majority of the snaps and whatnot. So even with your experience, when you go into this situation, we see, you come to the line of scrimmage, you got to run the play. But that pre-snap stuff, the coming through the earpiece and actually getting that play call out, how difficult is that to make that transition from you're in the backup, you're not getting that information, and now all of a sudden you're in the game and you've got to process all that before?
Yeah, I think it's not as difficult as you would think. I mean, I think it's, again, I'm trying to do this as much as I possibly can, every single day. And I'm Zach's back there with me and acting like he's in the huddle, and I'm calling the play to him. And that's just kind of how I've done things since I've been in the NFL. So it's just the emotions of it all, getting into the huddle, actually feeling a live pass rush. It feels good to get hit, to be honest with you. Like the first couple hits you take, I think kind of get you back into the rhythm of, kind of feeling the pocket a little bit better and knowing, when guys are getting really close to you versus when they're maybe not that close, and you might get rid of it a little too quick. So, yeah.
Are there plays that exist? Obviously, no one's going to want you to get hit on purpose, but are there plays that exist that can help you understand your pocket stability and manipulation earlier on in the game than versus having to sort of feel your way through a script?
I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I think the best thing, the way that we can simulate it, is getting Zach out there with the crayons and hitting me all week. So that's what we did today. That's what we'll do tomorrow when we get full pads on, and just got to keep repping it.
Crayons over Aaron Donald is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, that's been helpful too. Going on scout team against AD. Awesome. Thank you guys.